Okay. Pause for... There's no edit! Oh gosh! Hi! Welcome to Game Breakers. My name is Diamond. I am here with Jocelyn, David, Thomas, and Allison. And we are playing our 5th edition Lasers and Liches Test Wave 2.0 game. As of this moment, the lovely gentlemen behind the Lasers and Liches supplement have released Test Wave 2.5 that might be 3.0, and I just haven't gotten my copy yet, which seems silly. I'm working on it. So everything might change. 150 pages of additional data. Oh my goodness. Ah. But until then, we're in the midst of presently a desert adventure. This is Starfall. Welcome to Game Breakers. Okay, our heroes were planning a ambush. Are they heroes? Are they really? Are heroes the ones who plan the ambush?
No.
Only against the bad guys.
You can be the hero of your own story.
This is true. Whichever we want to refer to ourselves as. I prefer
Tony
being...
Soprano is still the hero of that story, even though he does horrible, horrible things.
It tends to be overused and underdefined.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like most words.
All right. Trying to make that. Oh my goodness. Roll 20. I love you, but gosh dang it. Friendly. You can now also control Freed.
Which
On
one
the
is
map.
freed?
The wolf person on the map.
Oh, I see.
Okay. We are using Roll 20 to play, but you can't see it because I'm not that smart. If you would like to see us play with Roll 20, head on over to the Game Breakers channel. Until then, welcome to mine. So the camera swoops in. It is night in the desert. It's early evening night in the desert. Maybe it's not quite astronomical dusk yet, but the stars are starting to come out. The cold is starting to be felt. It is definitely evening. You three and Freed. Oh, I can't remember what your last name is. Friendly.
God Hunter.
God Hunter and Freed God Hunter have gone to set up an ambush for these two henchmen. You've all agreed to help me for your own various reasons. And the plan, to Freed's understanding, is that Mr. Friendly here, sorry, not Mr., but it's funnier, is going to bring the henshin to you, and then you all jump out and yell surprise. Only by yell surprise, I mean stab them in the back. I believe that was the plan. Were there any details of that plan that you would have expressed to Freed that he did not, that are not covered in that?
Just on my signal.
Okay. So, as you can see on your maps, there's this row of short little houses. These are the places that you're sleeping. And Freed and the two henshin are coming up. You all had a minute to prepare. Do you need any more time right now to prepare for battle? Because it's about to hit it.
Do you mean Friendly is coming up with them?
That is what I assumed. That's why it was.
Okay.
You will lead them to there.
Right. You said Freed, and I got confused for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
Sorry.
My bad.
It's gonna happen a lot.
It really is. I would have named him something else, like George.
It's all good.
But I didn't want to make another one. One Winari Barbarian is good enough. And we're going to find out just how good in T-minus. So this team, anything you need to say to each other, engage with each other about before there's a signal and you're all just teeth and claws?
No. Other than Empress says she's tired because cold. Snakes are cold-blooded and it's cold.
Is this a solid structure or a tent with a roof?
It is a solid structure with a roof. It has a...
and then an overhang?
Yeah.
Gotcha. When it becomes clear that the going down of shit is about to take place, I put my back to the wall and have my gun ready.
So all three of you who are hiding and also freed need to roll stealth checks.
Everybody?
What?
Everybody correct?
Yep.
Let's see. Freed's stealth is not awesome. It didn't roll awesome. Oh, actually, it's not bad. Better than I thought it would be.
Can someone
14.
check that? Because I left my page there. Like it. And
Well, time to remake your character. I have done
Yep.
that many times.
Ditto.
I have it all done. It's just in California.
I don't have it.
Online's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Make a PDF.
Yeah. Save it to a shared drive, then you have access to it anywhere.
Yeah.
Portability of data is a thing I'm a fan of. So-
21, by the way.
Okay. Sumosaurus.
I got 20.
Okay.
You got a natural 20, didn't you?
I got a natural 20 and I get no bonus. So
Do I add for stealth?
Well, I don't know if one of your skills or not, so right now just roll me a d20. Tell me what you get.
Okay, then I got 6.
Okay.
Not good, but it'll work. I think.
So
you know, I'm
Tuesday.
just go ahead. Sorry,
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say we could take a picture. Like I know where her sheet is, Thomas. You could take a picture of it and like send it to her on Facebook or something.
Okay, where is it?
Let me grab it. I know where it is, and it'd be hard to explain.
Okay.
Nothing like live programming. Somebody tell a joke.
I don't know.
I don't know any like street jokes.
This doesn't have your skills or anything on it. So here's a picture of your stats though.
Thank you.
Apparently, I need to schedule a let's complete a character sheet time with Jocelyn.
Again.
Mhm.
Again. And this time, maybe I can drag Ethan into it. That'll be like chaperoning. That'll be so
Get them
awkward.
to make PDFs and post them to the.
But,
site.
I'm getting this. We can
Cool.
we can move on as it
Yep.
goes. I'm pretty sure she's not first.
Nope. Well, that's not initiative anyway, but yes. So, Tuesday has her back to the wall with her gun ready, blaster ready. Sumosaurus, what you doing?
Readying to close the distance. Mostly, I don't have any range, so that's. Yeah, I'm preparing to go out in front. That's what
An Empress, are you on someone on a roof flying?
Freed.
You're what?
I'm on Freed.
Okay.
I have been on Freed.
And Freed is crouched and ready to just like run forward and bowl someone over. All right, friendly. There are two. These two henchmen are following so you get to start the talking.
So he was vamping mostly. Just like, oh, how was the road? What kind of weather did you run into? Any bandits that direction? I might have to go that way. Just being overly talkative.
And the one that you
Also, rather than leading in front, he's walking between them, like hands on shoulders, just buddy buddy.
the one that you've already sort of brain told to be friendly to you is being a little more friendly to you, like, oh, the weather wasn't terrible, but I mean, not exactly lovely out here. He's still being cautious with his words, but he's engaging, and the other one is just like, mm.
Okay. And then I'll stop. Look at him. Hopefully he takes I'll stop suddenly. So hopefully he takes a step or two while I keep my shoulder on the one that I have suggested. Just whisper, "Now's the time." Poof! And I fire off a guiding bolt.
What does that do?
Well, I'll tell you.
Please tell me
First
you
thing it
tested
does
in a
is hit him if his AC is 20.
It'll hit him if its AC is 20. That's what it is?
Yeah, I got a 20. If he's...
Yep, that hits him.
All right, so he's going to take a bunch of damage, and the next attack roll made against the target before the end of my next turn has advantage. So everybody gets like boop and a little like heads up display targeting, like leads him a little bit if he's moving. And I will roll as remarkably consistent damage. 18 radiant damage. And I've still got my hand on the other one waiting for his move.
Excellent surprise attack. After this is described, we're going to roll initiative. So he just takes that right through the chest. It's very like a Final Fantasy VII game where you just sent a beam of light through him, and you can see there's holes in him because of it. Like, that armor is not complete anymore. He can feel this one. Not dead yet, but he's pretty significantly wounded very, very quickly. Oof. And Buddy here needs to roll initiative too, but he has part of the surprise, right?
I hope so.
Okay. Need to review combat rules again. Jeez. It's been 3 years since we played last.
Right.
So, suggestion works because that's how suggestion works. It's nasty. He's playing a character with suggestion. We're all disappointed in him. And questioning his...
Very friendly.
And he... Yeah. That just works like that, right? It does.
Mm-hmm. I used it, and it was with my channel divinity. So.
He pulls off his... It's like you see a fire suddenly in his eyes, and he pulls off his recaster, and it turns itself into a broadsword, and he goes and hacks at his buddy there. And I'm literally not even going to roll damage because you got him that close. And just slices right through him. And the recaster then shatters and breaks.
His own recaster?
His own recaster does.
Oh, that's best possible scenario. I filed that one away. Oh, that's good. That's gonna come up again.
Thomas, please tell me you cast with your hand in a gun shape.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what he did.
All right, and now we're in initiative.
20.
I see a nat 20 on our druid. That's going to be destructive.
Let me remember how to turn on... Oh. I need like a cheat guide piece of paper for how to use Roll20 so I don't go, wait, where was that? Every single time. Where's initiative? You know it's here. Everyone else have these problems, right? There aren't currently any tokens. Oh.
Yeah, you gotta right click and you'll have the option to add turn.
Okay.
I've been using Roll20 for like 3 years now to run a game, and I feel like I finally started to like remember where shit is.
I feel so much better about that.
Hey, y'all, there's tutorial videos. I'm just throw that out there.
There are lots of things that exist in this on this planet. I agree.
It's
Many
true.
things.
Yeah.
You can even put in background music. I just don't do it for licensing. But if we're not putting this up for monetized, then
I could
do you?
It
Can you
also
tell that made me
it
happy?
also creates one more audio thing to deal with.
All right, turn order is now up. I heard that Tuesday got a 20.
Yep.
What else?
I also got a dirty 20.
Okay.
I got a 16.
I also got a 20.
Well, you got a nat 20, but you had your dex mod.
Whatever that is.
She should have that.
Just have to bring it up.
There's... What did somebody's a little shocked from the damage they just did to someone they love. What's your... What do you
I
get?
get 22.
22?
Was that like his brother or just like a coworker?
They are part of the same Henshin group. So, brother in all but blood.
Okay.
5 points to the house of your choice if you understood that reference.
I don't get pop culture references, I'm sorry.
You don't get what?
I hate
Pop,
you.
pop culture references.
Did you roll for Freed?
Oh, nope. Beep. 12 and... So 14.
I was very sheltered. I grew up on the bottle city.
All right. So that all just happened. You all are still hidden. FYI, the friendly theoretically knows where you are, but may or may not be able to actually see you. We haven't rolled for it. And the Henshin definitely hasn't rolled for it and has no idea where you are. So going into initiative, you should know that you still have, you are still hidden. Yes? Okay. So Empress, what are you going to do?
Let me try and figure out exactly how far I am from said henchman.
So even though you commanded him or whatever,
Oh, you broke up at exactly the wrong spot. Say that again.
even though you got him on your side, he's still our target, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
We're still going to kill him.
It's been a while, so I wanted to make sure before I shot him in the face.
Jocelyn, you're about 50 feet away directly. It would take you a little more than that to go there.
Okay.
But you got lots of range.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my movement is only 30 feet, so. Okay, so Empress lifts her head when she hears the sort of shooting sound and the slicing of the sword, and seems very eager. More eager than she has seemed for this ever since we met her. She's all slithering excitedly and hissing slightly, like, ooh, a fight's coming.
Well, a fight's here. What are you doing? In your 6 seconds, are you going to stay hidden or are you going to come out and attack?
I am going to stay hidden.
Okay.
Until it is my time to bite.
All right. So then so we'll call that a held action. And you are going to be on Freed. So Freed moves, you're moving with him. Yes? Cool.
Mhm.
Tuesday.
I'm guessing Freed is this non-box image guy.
Yep.
Okay. Is he in my way to moving around the corner?
He's crouched, so
Okay.
no.
We all know what this looks like. I peek around the corner.
You peek around the corner and you shoot.
Yes.
And then you roll dice. It's very exciting.
Using sharpshooter, by the way.
Okay.
And then looking up what any of my stats are.
I go take a bath. Shh.
Does a 16 hit?
It does.
Yay!
Roll some damage.
15 points of damage.
Ow. So, completely off of his game here.
We are about, unfortunately, 10 minutes until I have to go.
Okay.
It is 9:50 for me.
Thanks for the heads up. So he is just about off his game here, and whoa, just suddenly got shot in the face. He just killed, like, you can see this grief. This is obvious. He has a mask on and you can tell. And is then shot from a surprise direction in the face, as it were, and just starts screaming. Sumosaur.
Friendly?
Can I go back to cover, by the way?
Oh, I'm sorry. That didn't work how I wanted it to. Friendly. My brain it didn't happen right. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. So I'll step up and just catch his face in my hands and say, "You did great. Now let me take that from you." And I will cast Inflict Wounds at second level.
Talk
I
us
have
through how
advantage?
horrific that is.
Yeah.
Cold.
Describe it. Talk
24. I just blast necrotic energy between my hands. Just
Have you ever have you ever squeezed a rotten hard-boiled egg?
Only every day.
That's a very
Oh, I don't-
specific-
I don't squeeze it. I just let it wither away from between my hands.
Well, but there's a sludge and slime and like thick slime factor to it. That's what happens to him. He just disintegrates.
It's like a time lapse of a pumpkin you left out after Halloween.
Yes. He just disintegrates, and
All right.
and all of you looking the direction of him, give me your base perceptions. I actually might have them written down. No, I don't. I really friggin' should.
Base perception?
Yeah, what's your natural
Me
perception?
passive?
Yep, you knew what I meant. Come on.
14.
Thank you. Okay. Sumo?
I believe it's. Is this 10 plus your wisdom, right? It's 11?
10 plus your
skill.
perception score.
Yeah.
So if it's a class, it would be higher.
13. Yeah.
I got 14.
And Empress?
I don't know if I'm looking on the right thing, but I think it's 11.
No, your passive is at least 14, probably 15.
Say 14 for now to make it easy.
All right. I kind of figured you have a higher wisdom.
13. It's 13, unless you have perception trained. And I don't know that.
Now, just to make sure, and that's how this works. So, all of you feel the urge to look south. It becomes a strong urge, like the way magnetic attraction feels when you're when the things swoop together. Do you look south?
Yes.
Those of you who do, and across the desert, all sorts of creatures and people-like creatures, and a hooded Aarakocra and a whole lot of Winari all look south. And there's a moment where you don't see anything except just landscape stars. And then one of those stars seems to have a tail. And then it starts getting bigger. And in the moment it takes you to draw a breath, there is a enormously large star falling from the sky, heading directly south of you. Far enough that you are, I don't know, it's really hard to tell distances when we're talking like space things, but you have never seen something in the sky that big that didn't come from here. And you hear it break the sound barrier. You hear the loud, thunderous clap of it breaking the sound barrier. And at what you can only assume is a significant distance, you watch it go over the... I'm trying to think how far you can see. How far can you see? It's flat. How far can you see?
If it's flat, forever.
Yeah?
Pretty much.
But you really can't tell, like, at that far of a distance. You definitely see that it impacts. You see that it strikes, but you can't tell at this distance what or how big of a strike it is, just that it's definitely on this face of the cube.
If it's flat, we would see it, but it would make distance even harder to figure out.
Yeah.
I'm going to channel divinity for knowledge of the ages to give myself in D&D it would be navigation tools, but whatever astronomy skill or tool set that would be into figuring out the within as close an area as possible where this thing hit.
Roll me a d20.
I add tool proficiency.
Yeah. Do you have tools, or is it just knowledge?
It's a knowledge. I mean, I have an Omni tool.
So you can pick. So you get proficiency bonus. So you can pick for this depending on what kind of information you want: intelligence or wisdom.
Okay. They are the same.
Yeah,
but because of what I want, it's got to be. We'll start with wisdom. So that'll be a 13.
Okay.
3 minutes till I have to.
13. As far as you can tell, it's landed away from an area that you suspect it's landed in a area that is just primarily ocean and isn't necessarily habitated, and also and this is just for knowledge of direction or knowledge of the thing itself. What are you trying to...
No, the skill I grabbed was like, unless it itself is some physical object that would be covered by star, like navigating by stars, then probably not the actual nature of the thing.
There's definitely, it feels like, in the way that wisdom has a feel, something significant beyond just a shooting star.
All right. Friendly will nod and immediately drop down and start stripping manacle the one that was slashed. Manacle, put a gag on him, and then heal him for a D4. Throw a healing word as a bonus action.
Fortunately for you, he'd made all his death saves.
Because of the cold, falls unable to keep herself awake any longer because I have to go.
All right. Thank you for playing with us, Jocelyn.
Bye.
We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
All right. So somebody's job is to make sure Jocelyn knows what happened after this. Somebody's job is to update the snake from now on. All right.
Does someone pick up the snake?
She fell asleep on Freed.
Okay.
Snakes, they sleep. That's what they do. I'll probably bring out my snake at some point. We'd be like, see? Sleeping. So he enough knits back together that he suddenly starts breathing again.
We're out of combat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do any of you know what in the holy hell that is?
Not yet. Perhaps he will. The timing was conspicuous. Let's get the bodies into the tent.
All right. I'm gonna let the stronger people handle the lifting.
Freed happily helps you bring him in and is just like, he's so impressed right now. He's just very impressed with you. Just like, you're really good at this. I'm so glad you're on my side.
All glory to the code.
Clerics, Jesus Christ. Anyway.
He's subtle about it. Just, give it to God, brother.
Y'all didn't even have to help. That was lovely. But it's important for this map that you show me physically where you go.
Is this my tent?
Yep.
Then that is where we go.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna get rid of that one. And here's Manacles with you in the tent.
And then I'll let people know in about 1 hour, a band of orcs is set to meet with me and ostensibly these gentlemen, but they can't make it. We've got to find whatever these folks were intending to pay them for the information that they were going to get, and of course you'll get a cut of that.
So we're searching them for money and then meeting who they were going to meet.
Yes.
Gotcha. I'm
Thank you
also
all for helping.
curious about the damn explosion out in the desert.
Miles off. At least, can I figure out how many days travel it might be?
Oh, I did figure this out. Hold on. But wait. How far in kilometers or miles can you all walk in a day? Give me that number, roughly, and then I can tell you. I assume Thomas just has this number in his head.
I don't, but I know exactly where to find it because I do it happens a lot. All right,
Yeah.
So assuming a normal march, we get 3 miles an hour or 24 miles a day.
Okay.
Right, normal speed, normal march, not running or anything.
I'm gonna have to do some quick math. Because I did figure this out, and then it's been a year.
For anyone watching, it hasn't actually been a year, but it's been 3 weeks in quarantine time, so it's actually been 10 years.
And we've all had some really big stuff happen, and it's just been like, what the... So, and alcohol. It's the kids' channel. Oh no. From there to there. So that's... Somebody just hold on to 50 for me. Okay, what was that? It was 50?
50.
I didn't realize you needed back that quickly.
I wasn't sure that the data was going to come. I know where it's stored, but sometimes the drawer just doesn't open,
Mm-hmm.
So it's around a week.
And there's no vehicles around here. No transportation.
I can't imagine a week means the same thing here. It would be around 7 days walk as the crow flies.
And there's no land speeders or...
There are things and animals and all sorts of various things people use to get around. It's just where it landed is going to be around 7 days.
By foot.
It's a good distance to tell.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get across miles. Just.
I'm also asking if there's cars in town.
This isn't really. This desert doesn't do well with wheeled transportation. There is transportation. There is not wheeled transportation.
I didn't say wheel transportation.
You said cars.
Yeah. I also said land speeder.
Oh yeah. I don't know about flying cars yet. Give me a week. Let me decide if
Is
I don't know.
there
So-
a horse and a cart with skis on it?
Probably, yes. Almost. You might. I mean, the orcs have one. You saw it. Anyway. I just imagine orcish stuff looks distinct anytime it exists.
Seems legit.
All right.
Do we find anything interesting on our bodies?
Yes. I assume you put your hands into the goopy mess that's left of the other one and pull out anything you can?
I mean, I imagine all the interesting stuff stays solid.
Yeah. I just
All the stuff
confirming
I'm
that.
interested in.
You found a okay.
Just put it through a strainer.
Between the two of them, you find about 12 silver. You find I wrote it down. Oh, roll a d10.
5.
You find a small bronze cage, which has a tiny lizard in it.
Like a living lizard?
A living little lizard. It's like a cricket cage, only it's bronze and has a lizard in it. And you find a what's clearly a potion. It looks like a bronzed red liquid. It is not labeled.
I will put that on my list to identify later this evening, but not at this moment.
Diamond, word of advice: if there's any part of that you didn't tell us, write it down.
That's what I'm looking at, is where it's written down.
Yeah.
No worries. That's
As a DM, I've made that mistake before of like, yeah, remember that potion I gave you a month ago?
I've started
Balls.
copying. Like, I have a file for mysterious stuff you guys don't know for exactly that reason, so I don't have to make it up 3 months from now, or 2 hours from now, or whatever. There is one other thing, and this is held on Gooey Mass, which is his name now. And I'm trying to, you know what? Just gonna make it easier for me. Cool, that one. Those words don't make sense together.
Arctic banana skateboard.
Perfect. The
I'm so
perfect
upset
magic
about
item.
it. So upset about it. Oh, yes. That's correct. It is a kraken's tooth on a leather cord. I'm just going to give that to you, that it happens to be kraken.
On a leather what?
Cord.
Oh, cord.
Like a leather thong.
Right, I was about to write leather board, and I'm like, I'm Newton. That's not how leather or boards work.
It's
Oh,
like
no.
jerky.
The Board of Education exists in this world, and I'm still regretting that decision.
You're welcome.
I gotta find the list that came from.
Yeah,
Anyway.
top notch. Anything else of value?
Is the recaster of the guy who's got 4 hit points.
Got it.
It might be worth holding on to. And while your characters have not seen these before, you players have. It's the same one. It's the clear, like glass-looking phoenix shape with fire inside of it.
I mean, Tuesday might have seen one somewhere. She just doesn't care.
You haven't seen them as part of this adventure yet. That's all.
I imagine that Friendly, on the other hand, just like puts it in a side pouch in his robe that's just got a hook with just recasters hanging off of it. Just
Yeah.
another one on the hook.
Yeah. Maybe it's more, I mean, they're big enough that he probably doesn't carry them all with you. It's not like wearing a necklace of ears. But, maybe he's got some tattoos somewhere for each one he's killed. Like a
Yeah.
fighter jet. All right. What do y'all do?
We still have to find their money, right? We didn't find the money.
Yeah.
You found everything on them.
So I'll sit up the now naked former henshin, or like kind of a henshin. You know you're in trouble, right?
So enough of his mask at this point. I assume you've probably taken off his mask.
Yeah.
Right. He's human.
Okay.
Only boring kind. He's a little bit balding, like really early balding. Really milquetoast face. Looks like if you lived in a place where people wear suits and tie, you could see him wearing a suit and tie and being that guy.
Mm.
I'm picturing Principal Building. Saved by the Bell.
Bingo.
Except he's a werewolf.
Only like a younger one.
Okay.
Yeah. It
I can't pick him any younger. That is so weird.
It doesn't make it better, but here we are.
Like, I can't de-age that actor. It's the strangest thing.
You know you're in.
He looks back at you and just blinks.
Good. Good. Have you been in trouble like this before?
Blink.
Okay, good. Well, you might live to be in trouble like this again. But, of course, there's a price. Everything has balance. So, first, we're going to talk about the payment you were going to give for this information about the Sphinx. Hmm?
Spits out a tooth because it's that time in the...
Well, I gagged him. But
he does not spit out a tooth then. That would be really uncomfortable.
I admire the dedication. I know you're angry. And that's okay. I mean, I should expect you to be. But this is really the point where it's time for you, and this is where he has to make a willpower save, just to be honest and answer all our questions. And this is suggestion again.
As you're doing this, Freed goes, I kind of hate this part, and walks outside to go hang out with these other two.
Okay.
Oh, he did not do well on that.
He did the worst possible.
Natural one.
So that's suggestion. Be honest and answer all our questions.
He looks dejected. Freed comes outside to join Tuesday and Sumosaurus and is like, hey, it's getting interrogaty in there. How are you guys doing?
I took the lizard in a cage with me, and I'm checking on it.
It's happy to have attention. It's a very friendly lizard in a cage.
Any indication it's not just a lizard?
What would you roll? Nature?
I don't know. What would I roll? Let's see.
Knowledge, nature?
Nature, perception, insight.
You could give me insight or knowledge, nature. They would be different answers.
Insight's my wheelhouse. Natural 20. So 24. Tell me all about this lizard.
You've hung out with it for how long now? Maybe 2 minutes.
Since we felt like, as soon as it was discovered, I took the cage.
They were like, "Ooh, it's my buddy."
Yeah. It was
Does not.
My first instinct is like, live creature hasn't been fed.
Okay. It's hungry. You need to feed it. It does. It definitely seems like a real animal, yes, but it also seems like it's paying very close attention to everything that's going on around it in a way that doesn't seem like it is hunting or looking for food.
I am feeding it.
What are you feeding?
I rations.
It looks at you and sticks out its tongue.
What did they serve at the bar?
Food? Like, I mean, what did they serve at the tavern? Meat and potatoes. Damn it, you guys. It's ceviche.
Some kind of crap with gravy on it.
Crocodile ceviche. That's what they're known for.
I mean, like, was there like bowls of nuts or chips or something?
There were definitely going to be bowls of nuts and a root that is roundish and chewy.
I give him one of those.
Frida's probably also really interested in the little critter.
Yep.
And he's like, I could talk to it. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
Because he can do the ritual for speak with animals.
Yes, he can.
All right.
I'm offering it a peanut or whatever the hell was at the bar.
It's happily chewing on it, like this kind of like really cute like side gnawing, like
Mm-hmm.
like it's too big, so it's got to work it down. Very content. So Thomas is also running Freed because it makes sense because they're buddies, and we've already hit that he's kind of a little puppy doggy. Got a golden retriever, Winari. Yeah, he's gonna punch him. Yeah. Okay.
Whatever you say, buddy. Yeah.
That's him. He's
Born to be a sidekick. Just
exactly.
took the career aptitude test and it came back lackey.
But he's also really good. I like it. Anyway. Don't get attached to your NPCs, Diamond. Your players are going to destroy their lives.
If you name it, you'll just feel bad when it dies.
Did you name it? Give me a hard enough. Going the fuck overboard.
This is why we named the pigs like ham and Thanksgiving dinner and bacon.
Stew.
One of my favorite Family Guy jokes ever is Noah on the Ark goes up to an elephant and a penguin and goes, "What the fuck is this?" and points to a penguin with an elephant head. And they go, "Well, you didn't actually have any. You didn't specify any like guidelines." And he's like, "Did you name it? What? Did you name it? Yeah, that's Paul. Where it's gonna be a lot harder for you because going the fuck overboard."
Have I told you guys about my mom and fajitas?
She named her fajitas.
So she hates roosters. And she keeps forgetting that she hates roosters and she has chickens. And so she'll get a rooster. And then immediately, like a week later, like, oh, it's crowing all the time. It's the worst thing ever. Like, it crows at 3 a.m. Why does it do this? Right? And she lives in the middle of nowhere, so it echoes. And you definitely hear it. And this has been happening since I was, like, a preteen. She will get a rooster, start to hate it, and then within 6 months just be like, its name is fajitas now, and then capture it and kill it, and then we have fajitas. And then like 6 months later she forgets again.
It's like childbirth but with chicken murder.
I've just started preemptively calling her roosters fajitas and all roosters fajitas now, but anyway, enough about our families.
My mom used to do that with diet soda, but that's way worse.
All roosters are fajitas, but not all fajitas are roosters.
Thank goodness, roosters a little tough. Anyway, all right. So Freed is going to cast the speak to animal as ritual.
Yeah.
Okay. So while that's happening, back inside, dejected here.
I've probably given him a clipboard with some note paper at this point, and I'm like, and now we'll go ahead and you just write down the rest of the agents that you know of in this area, and then you could, you know, tell me where did you come from, who sent you, name, rank, serial number. You know, I'm looking for like life story. I'm a knowledge cleric. The whole game. It's very holistic, the information I seek.
Well, you know, he was a mild-mannered lock picker. No, lock maker. Yes.
Supply or demand?
No,
was
it's
the wrong-
a lot of overlap in the skill set.
Brain just grabbed the wrong word. That's all. You know, lock maker, key maker, small little shop. For most of his life, very boring. Nothing. No luck in anything. No luck in love. And the salvation got him in exactly the way that you know the salvation, that the way that you specifically friendly know the salvation gets people, by playing on their, you know, deepest fears and don't you want to be part of something. And now he's part of something, and he did just watch somebody he considers his brother die after he watched him kill him. He watched his brother kill him, and he is never coming back from that. He is traumatized for life now.
It's all right.
You know,
It's all
considering some magical therapy stuff, and he goes into all the way that feels for
Don't
an
worry.
awkward amount of time.
I'll be able to help you. Don't worry.
He doesn't believe you, and he's anyway.
I'm very sincere.
Of course you are. He talks.
Sincerity.
He talks about what it's like being in the Salvation, how wonderful it is. He uses the phrase "band of brothers" more than a few times, and then and there's, you know, sisters too. It's just easier to have one word.
Sure. Hegemony. I understand.
And then he starts talking about how, you know, horrible. He goes on and on for an extended period of time, if you will let him, about how horrific the Wanari are, how they're keeping them from being able to protect their peoples and their families.
Each time that gets redirected to where did you find that out? Who told you that? Like a specific piece of information? Was he in a place? Is there someone that gives him this information? You know, just you know, extracting information, data analysis, really.
So you're getting a whole sort of structure of what it looks like on the inside, and it's mostly stuff that you probably already know at this point, and I have written up somewhere else.
Okay.
But it's the structure internally. He is able to name 3 other groups that are in the 5 cities region. Generally, or these 5. They're not cities. What did I call them? Doesn't matter. But these little 5 oases that tend to be in this area or who are working in this area, but he can't tell you for sure if they're here now or will be here later, because they don't. When you go out, you don't get shared with who else is out unless you are meeting with them.
Of course.
Yeah. And he keeps returning to the trauma experience in exactly the way that you would. If you just had a super traumatic event, your brain just keeps going back there for a minute.
Which is perfect. Friendly knows that's going to happen and uses it like verbal judo, because he knows it's going to go back there and he can just just redirect into the new thing. Oh, your friend, I understand. That's very. Hey, he had this thing. Where did he get that? Tell me that story. Oh, you were with such and such. Oh, how many of them were there? You know, like pulling out just those little extractive pieces over. And you know, this is a course of. I don't know how much time we have, but
on the outside of this little sandstone structure, Wanari is doing a brief ritual to begin talking to a lizard held by a tabaxi overseen by a enormous Saren. And for those of you watching at home that haven't looked at the Lasers and Liches yet, a Wanari is a wolf person, a Saren is a dinosaur person. And, well, if you don't know what tabaxi is, Google it.
We're not going to tell you.
It's a
It's a
cat.
But a humanoid cat.
My brain just did the thing, and it wasn't going to do the thing. Oh no. I can't remember what the cat people are called in the Elder Scrolls. I feel like a failure.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I always think of Neelix. We're talking about.
Right,
Khajiit.
Argonians of the lizard and
Argonian's the lizard.
Khajiit.
Khajiit.
Khajiit has wares. Okay, sorry.
Oh, yes.
It's really embarrassing because
I know that, and you made me forget.
there are 4 different posters here that are all Elder Scrolls themed. 4.
You
I
have
have a
no
lot of
excuse.
wall space. Anyway. And Freed starts talking to a lizard like, "Hey, little guy.
How's he doing?
How you doing?" "I'm not hungry anymore. That's nice."
Would he rather stay protected in the cage, or would he rather be set free?
I heard a boop. Somebody say something to me?
No, Thomas muted himself.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what was happening. Thank you. Oh, what do you mean, like, stay protected? This is the conveyance.
This is what?
The conveyance.
To where?
Oh. Well, they keep acting like it's a secret, so I don't know if I should tell you. He looks like he eyeballs at the nuts that you were feeding him earlier, like.
I'm still feeding him. I have
Oh,
not.
okay. Well, then he's just being obstinate for no other reason.
I'm pampering this little fucker.
What did you say, Allison?
I was starting a bribery chant. That was all.
Like, I'm doing everything I can to make it very clear I'm his friend.
Oh, I should have said it was a secret.
Is there a door to the tent thing, or like what's the entryway?
So it's a rectangular sandstone building that has a open entryway with a tent, or not tent, with a canvas that pulls out on the front with 2 sticks, and then you have optionals. You can drop it down on the sides and the front. I assume because you're interrogating someone you just beat out, you've dropped it down on the sides and the front. But those are just, it's a canvas walkthrough.
Your former conveyors are in no condition to convey you. I am now your conveyance. Where were you headed?
To the Sphinx child.
What?
I'm supposed to be
Diamond, I didn't hear what you said.
to the Sphinx child.
To the Sphinx child. Can you elaborate?
I'm a gift. And
Yeah.
Congratulations, you found a cartoon character, David.
I always do. Okay. I poke my head into the tent. What's going on?
He's probably crying as he's just, telling me something he feels guilty about. It's very confessional feeling versus, the more traditional sort of interrogation.
And this is why Freed was like, I don't want to be here for this. He's had enough secondary trauma in his life. He's good.
Friendly. Tuesday is poking her head in.
Yeah.
ask about the Sphinx child.
The Sphinx child. I was absolutely getting to the Sphinx. Yes. What was his name? And what's your name? Belding. What's your name?
Marnix.
Richard.
Marnik?
Marnix.
Marnix. Marnix. We'll get back to that. Hold that in yourself for a moment, though. We'll process that later. But for now, very soon, there's going to be a band of orcs that are going to come and talk with us. And I'd like to know what you expected to find out about the Sphinx and this Sphinx child.
We were gonna try and make contact with them. We
To what end?
found. Thomas, roll me a intelligence check.
Raw intelligence, no skills?
Raw intelligence, no skills.
22.
Whew. Jesus Christ.
That's what the first tattoo was gonna say.
So the next thing he says is going to essentially jog your memory to something that you've heard before, but either functionally discounted or, some reason why it wasn't at your forefront. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be they know all the things, and we found out that the Sphinx has a child, and so we were going to use that knowledge to get them to help us.
Oh, kidnapping and extortion. I see.
You do not know anything about a Sphinx child, but you have a recollection of there being a completely neutral lore keeper in the desert, but the stories are such that you're like, it's a mythology mostly.
I don't know about that. Friendly, definitely. There's always truth in the myth.
Yeah, but that said, the name didn't necessarily connect earlier.
Okay.
We're retroactively making the story make sense to now.
Indeed. And certainly didn't have enough lore to find out more.
Yeah.
Without more magic. All right. I see. Kidnapping, extortion of magical creatures, all for collection of divinatory knowledge, of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's just sad.
When you say it like that. And
I guess we are the bad guys.
Was this only you? Are there other agents involved in this operation?
Oh, it's part of the goal. Like what we do. We get the information, we protect it.
Yes.
We
I've
use
seen
it for the good of everyone, not just willy-nilly. Like you!
Maxine, who is
Marnix.
everyone? Marnix. Who is everyone? And there's a lot of teeth in that smile.
All the real people.
Marnix, did you know that we're all just code? And I pronounce the function terminated. And then I rip out his throat.
Jesus Christ, Thomas.
I was about to specify I had pulled my head out by now. I gave him a message about the Sphinx child, and I went back outside to talk to the lizard.
His scream dies in his throat as you rip it out. You can taste it. And that is Allison?
So says the man named Friendly.
And that is a great scene for us to take a break on. Thank you so much for enjoying Game Breakers. My name is Diamond. This is Thomas, Allison, and David. We are part of Game Breakers Media. Go on over to our main channel. Check us out. This is our fun side game that we are playing using the Lasers and Liches supplement. Starfall. There are probably other words. There might be stuff in the doobly-doo. Hit us up. Anyway, have a good game.